justice is. But their brother gonna work. It's all. We don't know what we have our way to go.
It's to get justice for my son Anthony Granger and all the other families that have lost loved ones through police contact or shooting and death in custody.
Unarmed and the police shot him. You see, I gassed the car first and took 2 tyres out and then the fatal shot. And we're just fighting for that.
He wasn't even there at the time and he's got 32 years for something he didn't even do. And I think it's wrong, and that's why I'm here today to march for my brother, to free him.
Yeah.
Is that right? ABC! ABC is what police go by. When they see you, they accept everything that you say, believe nothing that's been said, and check the whole body, check the whole history, and the whole of your life. All they need to do was look at the bloody CCTV camera. That would have told them that Kingsley wasn't mad, he wasn't delusional. You see what he saw? 2 guys walk into the shop, claimed that it was him, walk back out of the shop, cross this road, because I see with my own 2 eyes on the CCTV footage alongside my mum. Yeah? When the guys came back over, checked in the shop, he was with his youth. Yeah? They couldn't do nothing again. They said, you know what, leave him, let's allow him, let's get off. You see, when I reached on this side of the crossing, a quad bike came. How come it's taking so long for the police to find where and who that person is on that quad bike? Huh? What's taking them so long? No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? No justice! No peace!
Now we know exactly what the Kingsley Burrell family are going through. My brother died at the hands of Brixton Police Station, one of the most notorious police stations in the country. Let me tell you, Brixton Police Station came and arrested my brother for theft of his own passport. Theft of his own passport. He was suffering from a mental illness and he was having a psychotic episode. To cut a long story short, and 999 calls were made for the police to come and take him to a place of safety, which is a hospital. And the police refused to attend for 3 hours until my brother left the hostel where he was living and went onto the street. And he was a danger to himself and a danger to the public, but the police allowed him to go onto the street, and members of the public saw him behaving strangely and called the police, to which they responded to. Sean was arrested by 4 Brixton police officers that sat on his back. So all of them were putting their weight on his back, the top part of his back. We had the inquest 4 years later, and it was shown that there was a bruise at the top left-hand side of Sean's shoulder blade near the neck area, which was from the elbow of the officer. This officer, PC Glasson, put his hands at the back of my brother's neck, and his elbow is his elbow is there, and the weight of the 4 officers, PC Hyatt, PC Glasson, PC Forward, and PC Burt. These are the 4 officers that we can now give their names and tell you who they are and what they look like.
I'm here because of the brutality by the police force, the way they're handling people, the way they're taking things out of measure, killing people and thinking they can get away with it. I'm here for the justice of everybody, of humankind, so we can come back together and unite as one to know right from wrong. All I would like to see in the future to come, that the police can't get away with what they're getting away with. and I want to see justice for seeing these people go down for what they've done. Peace. In remembrance of Kingsley, one love.
I want to speak to a police officer. I want to know how the police can wake up in the morning and be happy to go to work when they know this is what they stand for. We're all human beings. So you as a human, as a police officer, what does it make you feel like to know that your counterparts, your co-workers are killing innocent people for no reason and they're not being brought to justice? They're not being brought to justice. You're the biggest gang in the world. You talk about gang crime and gang activity. Everywhere we go, we have to be afraid of the police. We want to turn it into some state law, some state country where everybody has to answer to the police. I'm not scared of them. I don't want my children to be scared of them. I don't want their children to be scared of them either.
Hi, my name's Becca. I live in Birmingham. I wanted to come along today because I've been seeing so much in the news. It's a regular thing now that and it has been for many years. People dying mysteriously in custody, nothing's done about it. Kingsley Burrell is not had his body even released to his family. It's just, it's not acceptable. They can just get away with murder.
I'm from the SWP. I'm here to raise awareness of the injustice of the actions of the police. More people need to do that, and hopefully if more people are aware, then these atrocities can be prevented.
All right, just rest here. Rest here. Rest. A road we come from blocking out when I come to fix there. All right. All of them, we come to fight for justice and human rights. Birmingham City have a standstill today as we bring the city to a halt in the name of human rights and justice. And we bring the sound system because people, word, sound and power will bring the message and make sure that we all come together in one unity. Got a message that we're giving the murderer is blood upon your shoulder. Kill I today, you can't kill I tomorrow. What do we want for Kingsley Burrell? Justice! What do we want for Kingsley Burrell? Justice! What do we want for Sean Rick? Justice! What do we want for Sean Rick? Justice! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! What do we want for Kingsley Burrell? What do we want for Sean Rick? Justice! What do we want for Spider Culture? Justice! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! What do we want for Spider Culture? Justice! What do we want for Sean Rick? Justice! What do we want for Kingsley Burrell? Justice! What do we want for Anthony Granger? Justice! What do we want for Ricky Bishop? Justice! What do we want for Ian Tomlinson? Justice! What do we want for Sean Rick? Justice! What do we want for Kingsley Burrell? Justice! What do we want for Kingsley Burrell? Justice! What do we want for Sean Rick? What do we want for Anthony Granger? What do we want for Mikey Powell? What do we want for Mikey Powell? What do we want for all the families? What do we want for all the families? What do we want for all the families? No justice! No justice! No justice! What do we want for the black? What do we want for the black? What do we want for the white? What do we want for the brown? What do we want for all the families? What do we want for all the kids? What do we want for all the fathers? What do we want for all the mothers? What do we want? When do we want it? When do we want it? When do we want it? When do we want it?
Start looking out for one another. If you see people, police bothering your own people at the side of the road, stop, get involved, be a witness, say something.
See what's happening. Don't let the man just bully you. At the end of the day, it could be you. You know what I'm saying? You're out here repping.
Get to know your rights.
We marched last year, we're marching again. And we march until something happens. You know what I'm saying?
It's back to this time now. There's something in the air right now, you know, so you have to capture it.
If you sit back, do nothing, nothing ain't gonna happen here, man. You have to stand up. Stand up for what you want. Stand up for what you believe in. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. All laws that's dead.
White, black, anybody standing up for man.
My son was executed on the 3rd of March 2012. You probably read about it in the papers. Where there's no justice, there's no peace. I can't say too much because what I've got to tell you, I can't tell you. It's stuff of nightmares. It was predicted. Someone was extradited from Spain last year, and the police officers that extradited told him they was going to murder my son. So if that's not premeditated, I don't know what is. But like I say, there's a lot of stuff that I can't say, but all I can say is we've got to stick together. We've got to get justice. Strength in numbers, that's what we need from all over this country. This government has got to wake up and smell the coffee, because right now it is getting me so worked up, and I'm going to say something that I'm going to regret, so I'm going to leave it for there. But I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart, and for my son who's shining down on us today. Thank you.
My son is from Bradford, and he was sentenced to 35 years, minimum sentence, for not being involved in a murder. He was 5 miles away at the time when the murder was committed. There was a video camera, caught him going into a restaurant, and the police got that camera and destroyed, or tried to destroy, the evidence. I know what it's like for these plenty of people here. I want to thank you all for turning out and making them all know we're not going to stand this no more. We're going to defend it, we're going to shout it, we're going to tell the government what to do with this. They're rubbish laws. The rubbish laws that's putting innocent people in jail all over England.
I'm an ex-police officer who was framed by police officers when they didn't have evidence. My son, Ricardo Morrison, is serving 24 years for a murder he didn't commit. When I confronted the police about the evidence they found, they decided to twist it and frame me to say that I was involved in this murder. Now, the fact of the matter is, although the Kingsley Burrell, we do support them, there is injustice everywhere, whether you are black, white, Indian, Chinese, African. We are suffering injustice, and it's about time we start working together.
First, I must say thanks to everybody for supporting Kingsley Burrell. It's most appreciated. Well, the reason we're all here, we're all fighting for justice. As you're aware, it's nearly 18 months now since my son's actually passed away. We had nobody and still are waiting for his body to return to the family. If we don't continue fighting, we ain't going to see the justice what we really deserve. And with the support of the people, this is what we need. And I thanks everybody for coming again. Also, when we finish rally from here, we'll be at Oaklands in Handsworth once we leave here, just to let everybody know. Thanks anyway.